Thakuria, and I'm here from last 25 years in this field. So basically my passion is patients, and I help in recovering them from all kinds of diseases. So I like my profession.
Hi, I'm Vijaya. I work as a maternity and health consultant, and I've primarily been working with new mothers and toddlers on their nutrition, health, and breastfeeding. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mridula, Sharma, and I'm not working as such, but I've written this book and I've written many more. This is on health, on alternate health, on holistic health, and I run a group on Facebook where I have about 16,000 members, and we dole out alternate solutions to their health problems, which I find now when I'm doing more and more study, I find very small things, they go a long way in curing our problems. People come where they've been on antibiotics or on other different thing of allopathy, and they do not get relief. Here, with very small things, they find relief, and they let us know that is very good. That's about it.
When to start with, like when I was given this topic, entrepreneur and healthy eating, initially I was a little confused because we all know that we have to eat healthy to be like fit and fine. But how the diet of the entrepreneur should be different from the usual people. Everybody, all working people should have almost like eat healthy. Then I started comparing with myself. I'm a doctor into this profession for almost 10 years. If you ask me, like I was eating healthy throughout. But earlier, till last year, when I was not having my independent setup, my priority was just to remain fit. I was very conscious that I should not put on weight, so that was my priority. But ever since I started my clinic, I myself realized that, okay, for me, even the last patient is as important as the first one. I was seeing patient earlier also, but these days the priority have increased. I have to attend meetings, I have to meet so many people, and I need to be fit and alert throughout. So obviously, like what I'm saying, with my previous diet, which I was taking, I used to get very tired, I used to feel lethargy, irritability, and that was actually I've lost like significant amount of weight without doing any exercise. The diet is same, just that like I'm having quality diet and I'm taking meal every 1 hour. If we have nutritionists with us, I think they can like guide us better on how it actually works. Now coming to the business, entrepreneur, and which is our main topic. When we talk of business, when we think of starting business, what we normally give importance to, we think that okay, where it should be located, what the infrastructure should be, our employees, and how we should do networking, how we should do advertisement. We never put our health into that picture. We can assume our business as a closed circle, where each component is equally important, like the employee, the placement of the space, the quality of. But we should realize that anywhere, suppose you have everything, but your health is not proper, can we able to give our 100%? It is almost next to impossible. Found common in all of them is that they are very, very conscious about their health and what they eat. Like I was in US last month, and it was like a Thanksgiving party. They were like giving a big party to everyone, ordering all kinds of food. But when it comes to eating themselves, they were not taking it themselves. Like that really surprised me. They said, no, you all take. I'm happy. I'll not have much. I'll have soup. So that shows how conscious they are. But like this is one thing which we never give importance to. Like we all think that okay, we should have a lot of fruits and vegetables, but when we come to attend a party and all, somehow we tend to neglect that. But this is one difference which I found. They're very, very healthy. They make sure that they give little time to their health. They do exercise, they do meditation. At the same time, you could find lots of nuts in all of them. Like what I realized, not that just in female doctors' clinics. In fact, now even I have started following that. You will find a lot of small cans, boxes, and where you find walnut, which is a very, very good source of omega fatty acid. It supplies energy to the brain, which helps in improves our thinking ability. Almonds, then peanuts and all. I think she will be able to explain these better. But these are very, very important. We should have good quantity of fruits and vegetables. And our brain, it constitutes 2% of our body weight, but it consumes almost 25% important that the calorie that we take, it should come from the right food. It's not that you just eat anything and you're getting like the energy and the calorie. Now what happens, like suppose you get calorie even from the preserved food or the cans, like these, I've seen like many of young people when they work overnight, they end up having 5 to 6 bottles of energy drink because that gives them energy. But somehow what happens, that will give you instant energy, that will increase the sugar spike in the blood, then that will give you instant energy. But what is important is that there should be a constant supply of energy to the brain, otherwise it will not be able to perform 100%, and that constant supply of energy will not come from this preserved or like processed food or energy drinks. It will come from the proper nutrition. We should have good quantity of fresh vegetables, these nuts, eggs, or our diet should have like a good quantity of protein. When we talk about nutrition and balanced diet, like what do we mean by balanced diet? Whenever we take any meal, like it should be the proper 3 meals in the day. Like we say that the breakfast should be like a king and lunch should be like a queen and dinner like a pauper. Like that should be followed every time. And our breakfast, you should not like, it should include everything. A balanced diet always have like 40 to 50% of carbohydrates, and the protein should constitute almost 15 to 20%. Yeah, the protein should have like 15 to 20%. The vegetables and the fruits, they should constitute 20 to 25% of it. Fat should be 2 to 3%. In fact, fat we don't have to include, like that is already there in most of the thing. And it should have a good quantity of fiber as well, 5 to 7%. So the balance that whenever we are eating something, we should make it a point that, okay, our diet should have this balanced proportion of all the diet. It's not that we should not eat pizzas, we should not eat burgers, we should eat, we can eat, but it's that like if you're eating burger and pizza, you should compensate by not eating something. Like I remember I read one of the articles by Malaika Arora, and there she had mentioned that she eats all junk foods, but she makes it a point that if she's taking like 500 extra calories, she'll work out a little more, or she will compensate by skipping some meal, so that she's not compromising with her food intake, but at the same time, obviously she's not putting on weight. So that is something very good that we all can follow. We don't have to restrict ourselves that we should not eat this and that. And being a dermatologist, like I'm often asked like what extra diet like I should have to have better quality skin and hair. We all know like skin and hair, they are like the mirror image of our inner personality. Like if you are healthy from within, obviously it will reflect on your skin and hair. So I always tell them that you include a good quantity of these nuts, almond and all. For non-veg people, they are very fortunate. They get good quantity of like omega fatty acids from fish. This is the reason why Bengali people, they are blessed with very good skin and hair. And but unfortunate like me, like I'm a pure vegetarian, so I have to include either supplements you take or you include it walnuts. That is a very, very good source. Vitamin C is very good for the skin. In fact, these days, I was talking to Sharma the other day, I was forcing her, when you start taking amla, that's the richest source of vitamin C. We take supplements, but when you're having easily available, you take 2 to 3 amla, and you can make it a paste and have it water empty stomach, because when you take empty stomach, the absorption is maximum. So that is when you should take fruits. In fact, many people say that you should not have fruits empty stomach because it will lead to acidity, but that is the best time when you should take. Then I tell them to include, we should drink plenty of water, minimum 3 to 4 liters of water should be there. The hydration has to be proper. And suppose if you feel that you're not getting sufficient diet, you can always compensate by taking proper supplement. For skin and hair, vitamin B12 is very, very important. 15 minutes is over.
No, 15 minutes time nahi hai. 10:45 it's
okay, yeah. So for those who are non-veg, they get sufficient B12 from the non-veg. For vegetarians, they can take it additional supplement. Otherwise, will get tanning of the skin, there'll be darkening of the complexion, there'll be excess of hair loss, vitamin D supplements and all. So this is how you should try to make a balanced diet for a healthy living. And rightly said, to keep the body in good health it should be our duty. Otherwise, our mind will not be able to function properly. Thank you.
How many of you would agree that healthy eating weight
No, I don't agree.
gain. You don't agree. Why?
Sometimes it just happens like when you're following a certain healthy routine and you don't tend to lose weight.
Yeah.
It becomes a plateau kind of a thing.
No,
Yes,
but
yeah.
Emotion
we should not relate healthy eating with
It's
weight
not
loss
like
and weight gain. We should relate it to our health. In this present scenario, we need to correlate our diets with our daily routine, and one thing we should emphasize that we need to take balanced diet. There is no shortcut to balanced diet. So we should incorporate each and every macro and micronutrients in our diet. If we lack any of the macro or micronutrients, this may lead to disease.
But isn't
In the
it
body.
very difficult to keep,
Balance.
balancing
No,
it?
balance. If you are conscious, you will never feel it difficult. Because nowadays, there's a hype. Some of them, you might be having low carbs at night or no carbs diet.
Yes.
You have heard that I'm not taking any carbs at night. So are you not taking any vegetables having carbohydrate? Or are you not having any fruits having carbohydrate? Because carbohydrate is essential for our body. Our body only consumes carbohydrate. Our brain needs carbohydrate. If we are not supplying sufficient carbohydrate to our brain, it is not going to work on protein or fat. Work with protein or fat. We need carbohydrate. So we need basically balanced diet. It should have proper amount of protein, proper amount of carbohydrate, proper amount of fat as well. Some of you might be having low fat diet or no fat diet. But fats are essential. Essential fatty acids we need from regular eating. Those who are missing on vegetable oil are not missing on essential fatty acids. And essential fatty acids are a part of our each and every cell. We cannot make our cell. Our cells will not be made if we lack any of the nutrients from protein, carbohydrate, fats, minerals, vitamins and water. If any of these are lacking, something or the other will go wrong with the system. So we need to emphasize on balanced diet, and more so for women entrepreneurs. Let's divide women entrepreneurs into 4 categories: from 20 to 30 years of age,
Yes.
from 30 to 45 years of age, and 45 to 60 and above 60. So from 20 to 30, what do we need? The metabolic demands are high, so we need all sort of nutrients. Like we need to incorporate cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, milk or milk products, and apart from this, fish, oil, sugar, everything should be included in the diet. Nothing should be missed from the different food groups. And priority should be small frequent meals. They should not take larger portions. Priority should be on chewing. Priority should be on proper hydration, because women at young age often miss water. Hydration is poor, so they are suffering from kidney stones, mental confusion. They might land into dehydration, or something or the other will definitely happen. They might lose all their kidneys. So they need to prioritize their diet during this phase. The metabolic demand is high, so they need to have proper balanced diet and small frequent meals. They need to incorporate all the food groups. Then comes from 30 to 45 years of age. This is basically a childbearing age group, and women often miss on their diets because they are in startup phase. They give more time to the family members. They look after their husband, they look after their children, so they miss on their health. And this is
Coach K Beach. But it is well known in the pharmacies, they know. I bought a powder, I think it was Vedanta powder, I got Kabhi Kat Sugar. against any kidney problem for 1 year. Just having it for 15 days. So I would tell everyone, fix the day. 1st January, you can't. 2nd January, se shuru kar do, or from a birthday or something, everyone in the family have for 15 days. And we will not have fear of kidney. Of course, we need to be hydrated when everything goes all right. So a friend called me and she said her husband was having a creatinine problem. What do you know for that? I said, I don't know, but this is what I know about black tea. I'll tell you how to make it. After 1 month, I got a call and he talks to me. He says, for 3 years I've been battling with this. I've had so many Ayurvedic medicines. I couldn't rectify it. And now my creatinine level is fine. So, I told you I'm running a group on Facebook. So there are doctors also. All kinds of doctors are there. One allopathic doctor said, this makes the
Warm water or?
warm water, very little, like 4-5 sips. And they didn't cough from that very day. My children didn't cough in the night, and the daytime you give them 4-5-6 times a day. So there I end. But to say that look for simple remedies and believe in them. Don't say isse mera kya hoga.
It is very interesting.
I know. Oh, they can go on for days.
What is the name of your Facebook group?
No side effects. The book's name is Wow, No Side Effects.
Okay.
That's supposed to be no side effects, and I don't know, somehow I said, wow, looks good. So I changed it. The book had come before that.
Thank you, Vijaya. I actually want to speak from a woman entrepreneur's perspective and saying that any entrepreneur or a woman entrepreneur today is a person who's already very motivated, very inspiring, and someone who has some basic level of discipline. Now, if we are motivated, inspiring people, do we really need to look for 90% of our knowledge elsewhere? If we're going to specialists, we're going to Google Baba, internet, doctors, this, that, the neighbor said this, whatever. She said beautifully, I looked, I found, I had faith, I fixed it. Okay? And we're 4 people here, you hear 4 very different things. And we will all probably disagree with each other on so many things. So what I want to urge everyone to do today, as a general exercise, is to go with it. Because there's too much knowledge out there. And everybody knows, just like a baby when it's born, they know when to cry if they are hungry. 99% babies will not stay asleep when they are hungry. And only the mother knows how to solve that problem. Right? So once we become independent individuals, 18 and above as women entrepreneurs, I think we can all solve our own problems. And 10%, yes, we all need assistance. But we are looking for assistance 90% of the time, denying our own individual intelligence. So when I come to nutrition and how to think about health, especially for a woman entrepreneur, I want to emphasize positivity, which we are inspiring people with, and how do we get that within ourselves by healthy eating. When we think of food, I want us to think about what we have in nature, rather than what we're seeing in the shops, what we're seeing on TV, what someone is telling you to have. And it cannot be possible that someone who's living in a rural village in Bengal needs to eat the same food as someone who's living in New York City. We can go over the vitamins, proteins, carbohydrates, all of that, but the nature of the food and the food items will be drastically different. Which is why you need to go back to your own knowledge system, where your mother, your grandmother, and generations came down, and what people locally said. Because the minute we take something from outside, which is not indigenous, we're creating something that is not sustainable. So I want to come to nutrition and healthy eating as something that is sustainable, easy for you to do as an entrepreneur or working person, and something that you can do as not creating waste outside. Dal chawal, someone really has to entertain me. Even at the 30th, someone has to entertain me to eat that. Once in a while, pasta mein vegetables only. I said, okay, we're gonna let's start working with this because I want to get healthy to have a child. And she did conceive a child. She didn't get very much healthier than that. And she had that baby, and that baby is fine, and she's also fine, and maybe she's added a little vegetable. Now, all of us, I think, here will agree that that's, from the health perspective, blasphemous. Even if you're not even mildly unhealthy to a healthy person. So what's happening here?
I think that suit your body
gave you this example is because we all just keep eating and think, you know, "Acha, I saw the result, my skin became better today and I lost 5 kilos today." So she said health, right? Thinking health. So for everybody that's different, because Ayurveda says 3 different kinds of, you know, Vata, Pitta. Western nutrition says something. There's so many different ways of thinking about it. And you know, something like she said, tea will definitely make you work for 5 people and not 1. It's possible, right? So then, how do we come back to thinking about how we need to think about our individual health? And possibly your child will also be slightly different from you. You will impart some knowledge and some of it will be different and discovered. So how do we go about it? Any suggestions?
Final distance.
So tradition, like we talked about, taking something from tradition, taking some from your ancestry. So I'm a Marwari, taking something from what my dadis used and all.